Hi, hello, and welcome to Difference Animations. I am Dreamer, one of the many talented storytellers, artists, and animators that work here on this wonderful channel. And this is the intro to said channel, if you didn't already know. Here at Difference Animations, our goal is to make decent animations to get you to smile and laugh at. It's in our description. That's really all. Now with that out of the way, let me tell you about the substitute teacher I had back in grade 8. So in grade 8, we had our grade 8 teacher. We're gonna call her Miss B. And she had like this, I don't know, sickness or something that had to like get her out of school. So she couldn't teach us for very long. And she like was not there for like most of the year. So the first week we came to school, she wasn't even there. So we were like, hello, who's our teacher this year? Sir? So we had like different subs come in, several different subs come in. And it was super weird because we could not like work when one sub would come in and then the next day there was a new sub and they'd be like, so what'd you learn yesterday? And we're like, we don't even know. All right. This is the first week of school. So eventually the school found us a sub that could stay with us for the time being while our teacher was gone on this medical emergency thing. And need to remind you, we didn't even know that she was on a medical emergency. Like, nobody told us. Like, subs just kept coming in, and we didn't know what was happening. So anyways, we had the sub. I'm gonna name him Mr. M. He was an older guy, you know. I want to say maybe 60. I don't know. He would, like, tell us to do stuff, and we'd be like, we didn't do that before, though. Like, sir, do you even know the plans? He'd be like, no, this is what we're supposed to do. And then we'd be so confused. And then we go to our, like, options teacher or our, like, other class teacher who's just always there. And they'd be like, why is he doing that? And we're like, bro, we don't know. We don't know. But we have him for most of the year. He was just so old that he would, A, forget stuff, and B, he'd get mad at the kids so often, and like use old school teaching ways too. He's old, so let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he was old, because he was a little homophobic, a little bit of a transphobic. We're pretty sure he was racist at the time, but we didn't really have any black kids in our school, unfortunately. I remember this one time, I was sitting in class, and he tells us to do this assignment. I was like, all right, I got this assignment, but it was like one of those assignments where you need to go out and get stuff to build something. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just, text my mom, be like, hey, we gotta go out later. We gotta go get the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm texting her and I'm like, hey mom, we just gotta go to the mall later, get the stuff we need for this project. And she's responding back. She's like, oh, okay, that sounds cool, right? And then Mr. M comes up. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just texting my mom, making sure that, we can head out later after school, because we have a busy schedule, she works and stuff. So he was like, well, you gotta put your phone away. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just put it down. Like, so I'm just shoot my mom one more text saying like, hey, gotta go. Just tell me to put my phone down. And then as I'm doing that, he rips my phone from my hand. And I was like, hello, you can't, I don't think you can do that. So he takes my phone, and then he walks to the door, and he's like, you want to text your mom? And I was like, what are you doing with my phone? So then he takes my phone and he puts it outside of the classroom, like in the hallway on the floor. What? So at this point, the entire class is just silent. They're just watching the interaction. And I'm sitting here like, what are you doing? You are ruining all of my social opportunities. So he's like, go get your phone then. And you can call your mom right there. And I was like, I'm just gonna grab my phone and come back inside. So I go there, I grab my phone, and then when I go back to class, he's closing the door on me, and I can hear him lock it. So now I'm trapped outside in the hallway with my phone, and I'm just like, huh. Well, what do I do now? Outside in the hallway, what do I do? And they're like, well, skip school, I guess. And I was like, nah, man, if I skip school, I'm gonna get in more trouble. So I awkwardly knock on the door, and he opens it, and he goes, yes. I'm like, can I come back inside? He's like, You done calling your mom? I go, I wasn't even planning to call her outside. He goes, all right. And he lets me go back inside. And I was like, and the point of this interaction was... And then there was another time. We were doing attendance. And at this time, one of my friends came out as, like, non-binary. So they managed to convince the school to change their name. So, for context, their name was Axel. And they kept calling them Alexa. But we had another Alexa in our class. So he would always be like, Alexa. And then Alexa would look up. And then he would point to Axel. And we're like, who are you talking to, bud? And then he would be like, no, I'm talking to Alexa. And we're like, yeah, that's Alexa. This is Axel. Who are you? What are you doing? And he goes, Axel's a girl name. And we're all like, oh my god, not this again. And he would always say that. Always like, Axel's a boy name. It doesn't work for a girl. And we're all like, we have explained it so many times that they're not even female, bro. And then there was another time where we had to do online schooling. And then he was our math teacher. And he went through the same unit for an entire month. Just the same fractions unit for an entire month. Online school, entire month. And then when we came back from online school, our teacher, original teacher, who's supposed to be teaching us but has been away for a medical emergency, eventually explained to us why she was gone. And then afterwards, she asked us why we did fractions for an entire month, because we were supposed to capture 3 units in that same month instead of doing one entire unit over and over again. And we're like, we don't even know, man. And then we ranted to her about how much of a terrible teacher he is and how much we hated him. And she says, oh, okay, well, when I'm gone, I'll make sure that you never get him again. And we're like, oh, okay. And then whenever there was no other subs and he would come in, she would always come back and be like, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't know he was going to be there. I needed somebody to watch the kids, you know, and we're all like, yeah, it's fine. We just all have heart attacks when he walks into the room. It's good. So yeah, that's the adventures of my terrible substitute teacher from in grade 8. Ending credits, I don't know, like, subscribe, share us with your friends, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's it. Bye-bye.